Hello everybody, today I've got another video. So as you might imagine, the subject of this video is this lovely 90s Schwinn Impact Pro Moss, M-O-S. I don't know what that means. I'm not a huge Schwinn guy. I do have my Schwinn shirt on though, so this is like a match made in heaven. I'm basically just gonna restore this bike to, I would say its former glory, but I'm just gonna try to get it all kind of working. There's a few spots on this thing that are like really crusty and gross, and I don't even know if I'll be able to do it, but we're gonna try. As cool as this Schwinn shirt is, I don't think it's fit for a bike mechanic, so I'm gonna have to get into my bike mechanic outfit. So let's do that. Where did this wrench come from? I don't know. Without further ado, let's get started on the bike here. So how did I get this bike? Well, the college campus that I attend has a policy where if your bike is left for 6 months unattended and no one claims it, then they're going to take it and put it in a shed. And if it sits in that shed for 90 days, then they'll sell it. So this is exactly one of those bikes. This bike must have sat out on campus for forever until they finally picked it up, and then it sat for another 3 months. It finally was sold to me for a whopping $25. So I bought this thing for 25 bucks, and I think frankly for what I paid, it's an okay deal. I mean, the bike doesn't fully work, and we'll see some of that later on. Sorry, I'm like blocking everything. Oh man. I'm starting to see why this bike was $25, huh? My main goal for this build here is really to fix it up and sell it. I want to try to make some profit. This is my first time flipping bikes, I guess you would say, and I just wanted to give it a shot and see how I could do it. Oh wow! What a valiant battle! I'm terrified of this, honestly. Like, I'm so scared that this bottom bracket's going to be seized. So there's definitely a washer in there still. There you go. And I've just dropped it on the floor. Dry as a bone, not a drop of grease on there. Add that guy in there. Goes in pretty well. And then for the muscle. Maybe this side will just come right off. Got that. Oh my god. I have no hope for that bottom bracket. I mean, it's still fucking tight as God. Oh, fuck that. Okay, that was a fight and a half. Okay, so now for the fun part. Always fun. Always a fun job on a bike. The bottom bracket. I'm being sarcastic, of course. It sucks every single time. Let's see, do I even have a tool for that? A vintage Sagino tool. I'm taking it. Oh, that is terrible. I'm surprised that even spins, man. Yeah, okay, so the lock ring here. This is never really a difficult part to get off, so it's like doesn't mean anything if this comes off. But frankly, my goal here is just to get this piece out, and I think I'm gonna struggle, to be honest. I think it'll. Oh, ow, man! I just punched the frame. God damn it! I did get it to rotate. Getting it to rotate is like half the job. All right, so I'm guessing it's gonna be loose ball. I guess we'll see in just a second. Okay, they've got cages. Yeah, the fixed cup is always stuck, so honestly, I might just leave it. This is like the worst fucking position because this bottle cage is in the way. Okay, what the f? Wonder if I have, where's my hammer? My neighbors are gonna kill me, man. Alright everyone, I have an idea. So you may have seen a tool like this before, and I'm going to use it to hold my wrench. So this is gonna go in here, right? There's a little bit of a threaded rod sticking out. That's gonna go over. And then there's this little washer here. And all this is gonna do is it's gonna hold my wrench in place. So that can't slip off anymore. I don't know, it's gonna be kind of tricky though, I feel. Like I'm low-key confident though that if I like hammer it or something, like a homemade impact wrench. Wait, I think that's working. Am I tripping? Oh my God, there is no way that worked. Oh my God, I cannot believe it, you guys. Yuck. All right, I'm gonna have to spray in there. Oh, hell no. It's looking better. It's looking better if I do say so myself. This is gonna be so much footage to edit through. And yes, I did get a new grease tube. I was sick of the other one. Okay. And then we'll put the non-drive side fixed cup in. You didn't torque that enough. Like, people are gonna complain, I feel. The only non-original piece I believe on this bike is this left side brake lever shifter combo. And unfortunately, shifter doesn't seem to be working. You can just spray a ton of WD-40 in there. So that one doesn't really feel like it's coming back. I really don't want to open this thing because that's just a whole kettle of fish I don't want to deal with. Oh. And that's gone forever. Why is it not coming off, man? Oh, it's because it goes around the barrel adjuster. God, what a great design, Shimano. That is so stupid. I have other options. So for example, I have these old school Exage brake levers. These are actually pretty much the same ones that would have come on this bike. You can see over here. So these would go perfect, but these are only the brake levers. So I would have to source two different shifters and they wouldn't match. Okay, so I'm gonna disconnect the, I hate these kind of straddle cables. They're always such a pain in the ass to get off. This bolt is so rusty too. Of course, there's no ferrules on the housing, as you would expect. This is such a stupid issue to have. I kind of got it out. Do I care? I don't even care because I'm replacing the whole unit. All right, and then this is a 9mm. It's the only time you'll ever see a 9mm bolt, like ever. Okay, I see it in there. Oh, I just realized a huge problem is that I can't get this shifter down into the lowest gear. Try to get a magnet in there maybe. Oh, of course the handlebars are. So I'm 0 for 2 for being able to get cables out of this thing, so that's great. All right, so here's the stupid bastard that I can't fix. Oh, there we go. Pulled the top off of it. I don't see anything glaringly wrong in there. Okay, so I have this shifter here. It doesn't look like it, but this is a 7-speed. Yeah, I don't know where that went. Disappeared. Right side. And it's gonna go on like so. Gonna have to angle that a little bit maybe. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We've got what I believe to be an original foam grip. And I think I should be able to yank it off without damaging it, although I don't have another side, so. By the way, all that noise you hear is just my stand creaking about. I need to figure out where is making that noise so I can oil it. So this bike so far has been like a barren wasteland of human activity, but I finally have spotted, do you guys see that? Maybe you can't see that super well. There's a zip tie holding this cable on here. That is the first sign of somebody actually doing something to this bike that I've seen. So that's pretty cool. It does mean I'm gonna have to bust out a new tool to cut it. What the f***? Do you see how the cable feeds into the side? That's interesting. I've never seen that before. So I've always been quite a fan of these really old school Shimano shifters, specifically this kind. I don't know, I just love the buttons on them. It reminds me of like the dashboard in an 80s car or something. It's like these huge. So for the left side, as you might guess, we're not going to be matching. I've got this Dior LX 3-speed shifter. Alright guys, we had to make a short change of plans because, where did I put it? This shifter, because of this kind of weird like overhang design with the indicator here, it didn't play well with the other brake lever. So I ended up using this other combo unit that I have. The only downside, I guess you could say, is that this one uses a friction shifter in the front, which I personally am a fan of. However, it doesn't match the trigger shifter on the other side. Some of these older brake levers might not have a very obvious like way to tighten it onto the bar. That's because a lot of them are like older road bike style ones where they actually have a screw, like literally just like a Phillips head or a flathead screw inside of here that you use to tighten it down. I think it's awful. It's like one of my least favorite things because whenever there's a cable installed, you can't get a screwdriver in there and you have to take everything apart. All right, so this stupid stem is proving to be annoying. I wonder if there's like a guide in there to catch it, but I think that's too much. That might be too much engineering for 90s Schwinn. Let's see, what does that do? Oh, okay. So I can get the cable through one way, but I can't get it through the other. Well, I guess I can't get the shifter. Okay, I have an idea. So I just really need to get this piece of housing to hook up inside of there. So I'm going to feed this shift cable through. And then I'm going to stuff this housing onto it. And I'm just going to try and shove the housing through there. So that now I've got like a clean kind of, I guess, gateway. I don't know what you'd call that. Let's now see. Oh, there we go. I feel it going through. Yeah, baby! That's a huge win right there. Feels great. All right, well, I just lost a bunch of footage, but managed to get both brakes hooked up. So let's move on now to shifting. Now, before we do anything else, can you see that jockey wheel? Do you see how much grot is on there? I'm gonna just try to get it off here. Oh, can you see that? Look at the, oh, and that's on my floor. These huge chunks of shit are just coming off of my derailleur. This derailleur might just need to be replaced, honestly. I mean, this is bad. This derailleur is like so shockingly bad. So I have this derailleur, which is serviced. It's a little newer, but it's clean, as you can see, clean-ish, cleaner than that, right? Just gonna get rid of this thing. I thought I could clean it, but it's like, it's actually so far gone, I don't think I can. Alright guys, apologize for the messy floor, but we're now going to be cleaning these lovely BioPaste chain rings and crankset. Good bit of scrubbing later, and this is the point we're at. Kind of looks the same, but my main goal here is just to make it easier for the next guy to work on it. And so I think taking away the chunks of dirt that were stuck to this thing, especially on this inner spider here, I think that'll help. In case you guys didn't see the pedals that came off this thing, this is them. These hideous, rusty, god-awful, like that barely spins. Getting rid of that, and we're putting on these beautiful silver MKS Sylvan, made in Japan, beautiful pedals. I'd use them myself on one of my own projects, but I'm not a huge fan of these one-sided pedals. But I think they would look absolutely perfect on this guy here. So let's go ahead and chuck them on. Time to do wheels now. So these are the wheels that came with this thing. The hub and the free hub body actually feel pretty good, but as you can see, that cassette is absolutely filthy. Just like the derailleur, it's got all this gunk like buried into it. It's really bad. So we're gonna just completely replace this cassette. So I have this guy here, this is a 7-speed. It's a newer one. It's kind of ugly, but I have no other use for it, so I might end up using that. This is an 8-speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is also a 7-speed. This one's also pretty dirty, as you can see. I mean, it's actually much cleaner than the one that came off of it. I might end up just using this one, honestly, just because, like, this is a brand new component and this is a used one. So you get to see how messy my my floor is too. Yeah, that tool barely like fits in there because of how much gunk there is, man. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, that has got to be the most disgusting cassette I've ever seen in my life. Look at that, man. Look at the amount of gunk. Oh, I need like gloves. Do you see all that caked on there? I don't even know what to do with it. I need like a bag. We're gonna put it in this bucket of disgusting parts that came off this thing. So there you go. Actually, the derailleur can go in there too. I'm gonna crack open the hub as well and just put some grease in there when I'm done with this, but yeah, this needs to be. So I'm gonna clean the actual rims themselves once they're back on the bike. I could put these in a trimming stand, but I honestly just don't really feel like it. Definitely been a long ass time since these have seen any kind of grease. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the lock ring for this one, but I don't have it anymore, so good thing I can harvest the old one. I'll just have to clean it, of course. All right, here's one of my favorite parts. I've said it before in other videos. I love putting cassettes on, man. It's one of my favorite things to do on a bike, especially a new cassette. Don't worry, there was grease in there, so it's not gonna get seized on there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna replace these tires or not, because these are really cool tires. I think they look really nice. I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna change the tires out. I was planning on it, but these look great, so. Next wheel. All right, here's the front wheel, very light. It's because of these Vantage Sport single walls. All right, let's get this thing cleaned up, greased and all that, and then we'll move on. So I tried to film me doing the axle on this guy here, but the tripod kind of didn't like that, the position that it was in. So I just did it. Remarkably, the cone nuts and everything in the front is like perfect. Like there's really nothing wrong with it. It's never been serviced, clearly, just based on like what it looks like. But other than that, like, chain time, baby. We're putting the chain on. This is always a big moment in the build. Oh yeah, I did also get the front derailleur hooked up. I did that off camera. It was a huge pain in the ass, as everything else is on this bike. All right, well, that'll work, I guess. We need a little bit of adjustment, like everywhere. Yeah, it needs a lot of work, but hey, we've got a pedaling bike here. I mean, look at that. It's starting to look like a bike, ain't it? I'm gonna put the seat post in. This seat post was pretty stuck. I'm also not sure how I feel about this saddle. So what's cool about it is that it's original and it says Schwinn Mountain on it and it matches the bike, which I think is cool. The only downside is it's got this rip here. And I don't think that's like a huge problem, but maybe to a potential buyer, they'd be like, oh my God, the saddle's ripped. You never know with people. So I'm just gonna put some grease on it and we're gonna shove it in there. It's pretty tight. I mean, that tells you all you need to know about this bike. Even the seat post clamp is fighting me, you know? Hey guys, I'm almost done. We've got the bike shifting properly. It's getting cleaned. Everything's getting finally buttoned up. But I've decided I'm not a huge fan of these tires, so we're actually going to change them. I'm going to have to use a little bit of magic here because I don't really feel like taking the bike apart. So I'm just going to... Okay, I think that looks better. Get this thing out and take it on a test ride now. Doing the test ride. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so there's some noises that I believe are, I think they're the reflectors rattling around. But other than that, it feels pretty good. The shifting's good. Not bad. I mean, the thing with these old 90s bikes that I don't like is how long the stem is. The stem is just like super long. All right, I'm gonna try to pop up a curb here. Here we go. Oh yeah. Feels great. All right. See if I can do a stoppie. That's the front brake test. Okay, a little bit. All right, test ride complete. So that is basically it for this Schwinn restoration. I'm trying something a little different with this video. It's a bit longer, it goes into a little more detail. Let me know what you think of that in the comments. You know, feedback is always appreciated. Anyway, as far as this bike goes, I did a lot of stuff off camera that I didn't think was interesting or really worth showing. But my main goal, as I've stated many times in this video, is really just to get this thing easier to work on for the next guy. Like, I don't see this as being like a museum piece or a collector's item or anything. Probably gonna end up selling it to someone in the area looking to just ride around town, commute on campus, that kind of thing. Planning on selling it for probably $100. If I get $1 more than that, that's probably too much. Overall though, this is a pretty involved process from beginning to end. Every single thing on this bike was completely seized, rusted out. Like, I had to basically spray everything with grease and tri-flow, and yeah, it was a mess, let's be honest. It clearly had never been serviced really before I got my hands on it. But I'm glad that we got it in working order, and I'm excited to see what the future of this bike holds. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one, I guess.